A few months ago, the family of Hector Calderon came to Manaus after leaving his birthplace in the region of Venezuela's Orinoco's Delta. They were part of a wave of indigenous Warao people from Venezuela who migrated to the capital city of the Brazilian state of Amazonas, fleeing the deteriorating economic situation in their country.
There
was no medicine, no food, no work, so we realized there was no option but leaving. Then we came here.
When hundreds of Warao people began arriving here in Manaus a couple of months ago, they at first set up improvised camps on the streets of the city. The local government was pressured into action and declared a state of social emergency to be able to release funds to deal with the situation.
About half the 600 Waraos estimated to be in Manaus are in this shelter, managed by the state government, and the other half are in houses rented by city authorities and the Catholic organization Caritas.
It's not easy for us to adapt to this new environment. It's very different here. The food is very different, but we are making an effort.
The state government official says they see the Waraos as temporary guests, but who may have to stay for longer.
What is clear to us is that not all of them want to stay here for good. What most of them say is that they want to go back to Venezuela when the situation improves there, but that is something we cannot put any time frame on. If it will be better in a month, in a year, we can't tell.
Father Valdecir Molina manages the Catholic mission that helps immigrants and refugees to settle in Manaus. The Haitians, for example, arrived by the thousands here in another immigration wave a few years ago, when jobs in Brazil were plentiful, unlike now. Here in the mission, they can work to produce popsicles with machinery bought with church donations, which then are sold by other immigrants on the city streets.
After the Venezuelan indigenous people camped in the city, right in front of the bus terminal, the government decided for the first time to discuss in-depth the issue of immigration in our state. A meeting was held recently, and let's hope this will be taken seriously for the first time.
A few hundred Warao immigrants is a small number compared to the city of Manaus' population of nearly 2 million people. But they will test the Brazilian authorities' ability to deal with the sudden surge of migrants. Paulo Cabral, CGTN, Manaus.